Hello everybody and welcome to this new video on GIMP, and in this video we are going to see how to draw with symmetries. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like the content. First link on the description, the complete course GIMP is available. If you want to learn GIMP starting from scratch with the course structure, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see the models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn. It is a complete course, different hours of training content, reference course. We see in details all the different tools, selection tools, transformation tools, correction tools, paint tools. We see in details the colors, the gradient. We see in details the layers, how you can work with the path as well, and how you can use the different adjustments for photo editing and photo montage. So all the software is explained in this training course. It is on the first link on the description. In the second link on the description, this is a website in English, this YouTube channel. You can discover software, have basics of this software in this YouTube channel. And second link on the description, it is like an online school, so it means you can pick a course and you can learn any graphic software. So we are going to start how to activate the symmetry if you want to draw, if you want to paint. So concretely, if, for example, I'm using a tools, for example, I select the pen tools here, I can define some parameters. Here I can select a brush, like for example, the first brush here. I can define some tools, some size of my brush. I will create a new layers here. And on this new layers, I would like, for example, to paint. So I can use my tools, I can paint, but as you can see, I'm not going to have any symmetries. So concretely, how you can activate the symmetry. To activate the symmetries, you can go directly on the window, dockable dialogues, and you can find symmetry painting. When you click on symmetry painting, automatically the panels will appear on the right. And you can start with different type of symmetries: mirror, tiling, mandala. If I select mirror here, it is pretty convenient because you can activate the horizontal or the vertical or the central or disable brush transformation. So if, for example, you activate all, just like this, you select your tools, I will decrease a little bit the size, and as you can see, we can do something like this. So this is why it is convenient. I can also, on my paintbrush tools, I can go here, activate the smooth stroke, increasing little bit the quality and little bit the weight as well. And for example, I can zoom here and I can make something like this on this area. So definitely it can be pretty interesting. And now it can be so much more useful because I can paint with the symmetries. You can also do here, and you can do something like this. So it's pretty powerful. So here we work on all the different axes, for example, but you can also change. By default, I have a document 1600 by 1200. So it means by default, the axis is in the middle. But you can also change the position of the axis, for example. And if I go here, as you can see now, the symmetries is located on a different area. So it is also something that you can do. You can change the position of your axis. If I want to come back here, I can change my value. And the half of 1600 is 800. So here I need to come back at 800. And here I need to come back to 600. So now what I will do, I will deactivate different type of symmetries, and I will keep, for example, vertical. And if I want to create something like a face, I can, for example, start with a very small size to create, for example, my first sketch, and I will increase a little bit the quality and the smooth stroke, and I will make something fast on my first layer. For example, I can do something like this and just do something here. And after to do this work, I can just create the base of my sketch. For example, on this area, we can have the position of the eyes. It will be around here. I can divide by 3. For example, on this area, we can define the position of the eyes. Here, it will be the position of the nose. Here, it will be the position of the mouth, as you can see. Here, it will be the position of the eyes. And as you can see, I can, for example, just create my first sketch, something very basicals first to have a base. I can also adjust, for example, my brush with the size, reduce a little bit more again. And I can just create, as you can see, a first sketch like that. And just like this, for example. And that's it. So I can draw on just a layer like that. And after that, I can create another layers. For example, on the top, I can create another layers, select these layers and decrease the transparency a little bit, can decrease the transparency. And after I can make something, for example, better. And I increase a little bit the size, like in this case, I will focus with maybe 10. I will smooth little bit more again the quality, like 28 and around 400, and I will use my brush again. And for example, I can do, oops, here I'm not on the right layers, I need to be on these layers. And I can do something like this, as you can see. Then I can start to do something here. So here I make some C5, but it's just to show you that you can use, as you can see, these tools. And it is a tool that we can find. It's not directly a tool. You can find this tool directly on the symmetry painting panels. And for example, here I can define something for the eyes. I can turn around here. Here something for the noise. And on this area, I can create something like the eyebrows. And here it will be the mouth, just on this area. Here we can define the ears, and maybe I can just make something small like that. So this is how you can paint with the symmetries. And if I don't want, for example, these layers anymore, because it is on the back, I can also erase and only keep, for example, this one. So as you can see, it's pretty convenient. Now you have other mode. If I remove this layer, so for example, I select this and I remove, I create another layers. You can switch for tiling, and you can also use a tiling mode. With a tiling mode, you can find intervals. So concretely, if I do this, it will be repeated with the interval defined here, but I can reduce the interval. If, for example, I put only maybe 100, just here, and on this one I put also just 100. If you just start, as you can see, you can repeat and you can create a pattern like this. So here I just have a repetition of 100. I can also go on the other directions, just like that. And you can create the patterns and do something here inside. So you define the interval that you want, and after you have also some stroke, and you can use a shift value. So it means if, for example, I come back maybe here and I define something like this, we'll have a shift value. So it means we'll have an offset. So and maximum stroke size. So here it's just an option, but the most important is to define the interval. And I can change the interval. I can just type like this, and I can just type 200 maybe. And on this array, you can also, if you don't want, you can just have two different values. But if I type 200 and 200, the interval will be a little bigger. And as you can see, I can repeat like that. Here I can do something here, for example. And you can create your patterns. So as you can see, it's pretty convenient. And the last possibility, I'm going to remove this, is to create mandala. So first I will create a new layers, and you will switch here for mandala. And mandala by default, as you can see, you have the axis at the middle of your document. So here I have 1600 by 1200. So the middle is 800 and 600, even if you can one more time change the position, but generally for the mandala, you will keep the position in the middle, but it's possible to change. And you can also define the number of points. Sometimes it can be interesting. If, for example, I go here, I decrease a little bit the size on this area, like maybe I work with only 6, and I decrease a little bit my smooth stroke. Now, if I go here, I can start, and as you can see, you can start to create something here. As you can see, it's pretty convenient. And here we can create a mandala using this process. You can also do something here, and something here. I can come back. You can also do here, and do something like this. So this is the way to process. And as you can see, you can create a mandala like that. Another type of thing is you can disable the brush transform. Here just some options that you can automatically disable. And the last possibility is kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is pretty interesting because the render can be pretty better if you create a mandala. So for example, I can start here, and it's pretty better to use sometimes kaleidoscope because you can make some symmetries inside your different points. If I want to make something more rounded, I'm going to come back and I can just, for example, start first point like this. Then I can start another one. Then I can start once, two here. And as you can see, we use kaleidoscope just on this area. I can deactivate also the number of points, deactivate disable brush transforms. And in this case, I can do something here. I can do something here, like this. And we can use a kaleidoscope as well. So definitely, you can make something pretty fast. I'm going to come back because I was on these layers. So I will just come back. I can use also my story panels, but here it's going to be pretty fast. So this is how you can generate a mandala. You can also deactivate this one. You can also change a little bit the number of points. I can keep the center, and I will do this again. So it's just the features that you can use. I wanted to introduce you these features because sometimes some people don't know that we can have access to this. So when you go on Window, Dockable Dialogues, you can use the symmetry painting here. So we are going to stop here for this video. If you like, subscribe to these YouTube channels. First link on the description, the complete course GIMP is available. So if you want to learn GIMP starting from scratch with a course structure, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see the models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn in this training course. In the second link on the description, this is the website in link with this YouTube channel. You can learn software, have basics of this software in these YouTube channels. And in the second link on the description, it is like online school. So concretely, you can pick a course and you can learn any graphic software. So complete course, GIMP on the first link on the description. And on the second link on the description, the website in link with this YouTube channel to discover software and have basics of this software. For our next video on these channels, see you. Ciao, ciao.